What's good to the tribe? It's Wanaghi. Wanted to stop by and drop this clip off to you guys. But before we stop, hit the like button, and I appreciate you guys. I hope everybody's feeling safe, secure, and as healthy as can be. So the day is kind of a rainy day out here. And I'm pretty sure it's across the East Coast too. But today I want to talk about immigrants. Black immigrants, colored immigrants, whatever term you choose to use. The reason I preach genealogy so much is because everybody likes to lump us in a group or a whole. And I hear it a lot when I go on different channels and platforms. We this, we all this, we all that. Nah, we're not. And for people that do genealogy or really went back, you know everybody's not the same. We don't all come from the same places. A lot of people weren't here in America in the 18 and 17 and they weren't here. Their families weren't here. While a lot of our families' bones were in the ground for hundreds of years, hundreds and hundreds of years before that. So it's just on a point where it's being able to prove who you are. We can't generalize shit no more. That time is over with. That was back, I don't know how many years ago we would say everybody is this or everybody is that. But everybody's going through this knowledge and can see what's going on. And you can see that we're not all the same. So until people realize self, we'll never be able to come together as a collective. Everybody wants to say they're Hebrew or Moor or Aboriginal or Indian or nigger or Negro or colored or whatever term or classification you actually choose to use. You got to remember, we're all in different levels and stages of this. What I know right now, people might not think to know of years later. Or what you know, I may have to catch up to. So it's just all making ourselves more well-rounded. Knowing that all skin folks ain't kin folks. We're not all the same, even though we're the same color. But a lot of people know we're not the same. It's just us as Americans, we don't travel a lot. So we don't get to see these other places and see how people react to us. They know. They know. You just don't know. Or you assume. Everybody likes to assume. But I just want to drop this clip off to you guys. Her name is Norma Miller. They call her the queen of swing dance. And for a lot of people out there that do dance or choreograph or whatever, you might know of her back in the day. But she gives a little bit of story on her parents. And just listen to how she talks. She knows she's not from the Americas. She knows she's not an African American. She knows who she is. She knows who her relatives are. But let's get it.
Mama was born in Bridgetown, Barbados. And my father was born in Bridgetown, Barbados. And my mother came to this country in 1915. She was 15 years old when she came to America. And you come here with the soul in that this was the first invasion of West Indians who came in through Ellis Island. She had spent 2 days in Ellis Island before they let her into the country.
Wow.
And see, you had one sister that came and she worked to save her money and send for the second sister. Then 2 sisters worked and sent for the third sister. Now the 3 sisters got here. And of course, by the time they tried to get their mother here, she died in the meantime. But Mama came in 1915, she was 15 years old. And she got married 5 years later. She met my father and she got married, and he died the second year of their marriage.
Wow.
And that's when I was born.
What about your father? Do you know what
didn't know
his
nothing about
educational
it.
level?
My father
Nothing.
died he was a soldier in those days, in World War I, a foreign man came out the subway, they grabbed him off the street. You have no way of knowing what happened to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, World War I, 1917.
They just grabbed the men.
They took all the foreign men like that.
Only
See?
foreign men.
Well, they did it in Harlem. I don't know.
Yes.
That's how my father became a soldier. But because of that, that's allowed my mother to have an extension in this country, and she became a naturalized citizen in 1939.
I see. Because your father had
Because
served
of my father, yes.
in World War I.
See, the issue about the soldiers getting a bonus in World War I was a big contention because MacArthur fired on the soldiers in the Capitol. Well, my father was amongst those men who was fighting for that bonus. Well, he didn't live to get the bonus, but his children, my sister and I, got it. And that was a form of relief in those days. We got that because of the pension from the men who was in the Army.
And was that relief effective until you became of a certain age?
Well, it was supposed to be until you were 18. Mine was cut off at 15 because I began to work.
I see. Okay.
I was working at 15 and I never stopped.
Do you have any memory or was any story told to you about how your parents met?
Yes, they met at Leroy's Ballroom in New York, in Harlem. It was
So
a
they
ballroom
liked to
called
dance
Leroy's.
too.
Well, see, in those days, sons and daughters of Barbados, sons and daughters of Jamaica, sons and daughters of Greek. I mean, this was how your countrymen met each other in a foreign country. Boys meet girls. My father and mother met on the dance floor.
So that was the clip. It just shows you that a lot of skin folks ain't kin folks. And trust, I have nothing against other colored or melanated people out here. I just want everybody, or mainly the Negroes in America, the black, colored, African American, I want you guys to know that it's not all the same here. We're not all the same. We can't all do this together without knowing who we are. But I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, definitely share. If you mess with me, definitely support the channel. Feathers up, tribe up, wise up, rise up.